Cooper to inbound, waiting, having a hard time, gets it in for Proctor. Tyrese, bodied by Johnson at backcourt. We're into the final minute now. Cooper got a step on Spillers, being ridden into the paint. He goes to the right. Gillis a three. Got it! Big time bucket, and the lead back to 7.
Huge dagger for Mason Gillis with 50 seconds left.
What Mason did in the Wake Forest game was incredible for me. You know, he had amazing talk the entire game, his toughness. He hit big shots, but the two plays that turned the game around were his 2 rebounds. He had 1 offensive rebound that led to Cooper's shot that cut it to 4, and then the next possession he got a loose ball, which we were able to then cut the lead to 1 when he had a big 3. So that sequence was just game-changing. And what Sion did in the NC State game, I thought he was just so tough. You know, the defensive plays, getting the steal and the dunk early, key drives in the second half, defending, rebounding. He was just in all the action the whole game, and couldn't be more proud of both of those guys in those moments.
The Blue Devils get it done on the road. Down by 6, they turn it around and win by 7. 63-56 the final score. Gritty, tough, they did what they needed to. They've won 13 in a row now. No question, the Blue Devils were tested here this afternoon, but they answered the bell in a major way. Good night at Cameron. The Blue Devils get it done. They got up off the deck, and they win by 10. 74-64 the final score. In the end, it was a 23-point turnaround. A 19-0 run to grab the lead. NC State got close a couple of different times, but the Blue Devils made the plays down the stretch.
Well, it was a great experience for us, playing 2 games in 3 days. We're going to be in this situation again later in the year in ACC play. And, you know, just for our team to understand, when you play those games so quickly together, it's hard to have the physical preparation. So a lot of it's mental, a lot of it's taking care of your body, and making sure you're ready to go in peak form whenever that time is. And I thought we learned a lot, and to be able to come out both of those games with wins, but also understanding there's a lot more there for us, a lot of things we can do better. I'm just really proud of our team for their resiliency in both of those games.
A bounce pass on the left. Cooper Flag has it now. Faces up on Spillers. Sends it for Knipple, top of the key. Cooper chases to the right. He's got it. Drives Spillers into the paint to the rack to throw it down with 2 hands and stretch the lead to 4. 51-47. 4:22 to go.
I thought we came a long way just with understanding the value of every possession, and then being in a game where you're down in the second half. It's a 1-possession game. You have to execute. You have to get stops. And our team really came through. I think they showed their toughness. Thought they showed what they're all about. And then really the key plays on offense just to expand the lead. You know, even in the NC State game, Cooper, we're up 4, you know, making the pass to Pat, and he had a great catch and finish. You know, those are some of the sequences that I think we've taken a big jump in with our execution.
I think it helps us grow up, for one. We got a lot of freshmen playing a lot of minutes, players that, as talented as they are, haven't been in this position before. So it's great for us growing up, and I think it renews our sense of urgency. One of our big things is making sure we don't get soft. You know, winning is great. We love it, of course, want to keep doing it. But winning a lot can make you soft, and we're making a very concerted effort to not get soft.
Sion said it best when he said that we grew up in those 2 games, and those games are going to be more what a February game is going to be like, or a March game is going to be like. The level continues to rise. the scouting, the preparation that teams are doing for you continues to be more detailed. And so we have to get better, and to put it the way that Sion did, we have to grow up. And the best way to do that is in real time in games. And our team definitely did that. Unfortunately, there's going to be games when the ball doesn't go in the basket. You don't shoot your best. We didn't execute our best. But to have the grittiness, the toughness, the mentality, just to find a way, to me, that's the making of a special team. And our group has had that throughout, but it's been developed even at a deeper level as the season's gone along. And we spent a lot of time talking about the mental edge, the mental preparation, and normalizing the fact that things aren't always going to go your way. And so for our group has really embraced that, and they've had a mature approach, even though they're younger, with attacking those obstacles that come in our way.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. It fuels the best because it is the best. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. Tackle game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $50 on the MS250 gas-powered chainsaw. Real steel. Find yours.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Now get up to $11,624 in total savings on select 2024 F-150s, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Duke Basketball 360, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Sends it to the left. Taylor couldn't handle it. Knippel out of there with it. 4-on-2. He'll take it himself, put it off the window and down. Knippel's got 13. Now James a theft in midcourt. Right to the rack to push it down. The weak side rebound. Parker got a hand on it, saved it to Cooper. 3-on-2 the other way. Cooper on the drive to the rack to throw it down. Timeout, Wolfpack.
Red zone offense is something that we've talked about, and early in the fall I was talking ball with Emil Jefferson, who's a coach now for the Boston Celtics, and he was just explaining they use the term red zone for early offense, and I was looking for a way for our guys to really have fun with trying to attack early and get easy points early in the possession. So for us, anything in the first 8 seconds, we have a mentality to score off of our red zone. And that means pass aheads, that means early drives at the rim. We're comfortable with our guys shooting early threes if they're open and in rhythm. And so that's been a huge weapon for us. And teams are taking us out of that more, but we need to continue to fight for that more, because as we go on, our red zone offense with the team that we have I feel can be very explosive and something that can be a deciding factor in these games. Let's take a look at some of our red zone action from the last couple of weeks. The best way to get into our red zone is a guard rebounding. And Caleb's rebound then leads to us getting out, and we still have to run with more pace, but then this becomes a domino effect. And off-ball screens are really good for us. Pat sets a great one for Cooper, and he gets an elbow jumper. Okay, this is an unorthodox red zone because of the time and situation here, but just for Coop and Mason to have the confidence to shoot this shot, you have to make it, but Mason was doing that all game, and really proud of them for their execution there. And another way for us is off of steals or blocks. And, you know, Kaman and Coop both protect the rim, and Sion has great poise of finding the right guy, and Tyrese, however it goes in, it goes in. And that one with the bank, I'm all for. Another guard rebound, you feel like something good is going to happen, and we have these 2-on-1 situations, and Tyrese, there's a 2-on-1 with Khan and Sion, and then Khan makes an extra pass to Sion for the open three, and that's part of the unselfishness. It started with Tyrese. He may not get the assist, but he's the one that really started that whole thing with the rebound and the pass. Another block shot by Kaman, and the way that he can run the floor and screen off ball really helps us get going, and Cooper gets a 3 from it. The way that we rebound, and then you notice we outlet it quick, and Tyrese's first couple of dribbles, he covers a lot of ground. And we talk about these skip passes and touching the paint, and that's really, this clip is Duke basketball right here. What Tyrese does, and then hitting Khan is exactly what we want. And then leading from turnovers, going from offense to defense, and unselfish plays by Caleb, Coop, and then obviously Mace with a hammer to bring it home. And then when there's opportunities, because we shoot a lot of threes, sometimes there's opportunities to drive to the basket, which Khan takes advantage of here, and he's a really strong finish through contact for a three-point play. Another example of Caleb making the right play, and then Cooper with the extra pass to find Khan. That's the thing that I've loved about our team, with the unselfishness of just making right plays. And then whenever we can, these pass-aheads, which we got there for Isaiah to finish at the rim in transition, which ultimately is the thing we're looking for the most. Here's another pass-ahead from Sion, Tyrese, Khan, and we call those paired side threes of just making the advance pass and then finding the corner man, and that's a high percentage shot for us. And this is something I've really helped Cooper with a lot, just learning how to dunk. And, you know, he's a special player, just being able to get out in transition and finish through contact, and that's all coaching right there.
Celebrate the moments that matter with a beautiful piece of jewelry or a luxury timepiece from Reed's. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Hear live, out-of-market play-by-play this year with the Varsity Network app. In a truly unique listening experience, capture every moment and all of the drama. Powered by Learfield, the Varsity app delivers the soundtrack of your favorite teams. Access live and on-demand audio broadcasts, plus over 100 official school podcasts for free through the Varsity app. Download the Varsity Network app today.
We still believe in the American dream.
A dream filled with promise. A dream filled with commitment to our neighbors and our communities.
Where we work hard and succeed together.
Where we take care of those who serve for us.
SRS delivers with integrity and purpose.
Through the fastest growing family of independents in the country.
Company by company.
person by person.
Rooftop by rooftop.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers dreams.
Guys, we're out in Kville this week for the final week of tenting. Duke students have been camping out for weeks leading up to the Duke UNC game this Saturday, and we have some pretty creative tents out here. I can't wait to go out and interview some of our Duke students and just talk about how they've put together their tents leading up to the big game. I'm here with Cece, a senior here at Duke, and we're right in front of her tent. Can you believe that it's the final week of tenting? How have things been so far? It's a pretty long stretch leading up to this game.
Definitely. It's pretty crazy to think that it's actually the last day of tenting. On the first day, we had a few issues putting up our tent. We had to buy a new one. We didn't have a tarp for the first night. And to think that now it's all set up with decorations. I spent the night in the tent last night, so spending the night in the tent during the last night of tenting as a senior is really, really exciting.
Guys, I'm out here with Ryan, a sophomore here at Duke, in front of his really creative tent. I'm sure this is named after Neil Begovich.
Yep, Neil Begovich, yep.
It's called Neil or No Neil. Look at the signage. This is definitely on brand, on point. Are you actually a fan of the show?
Deal or no deal? I mean, kind of, not necessarily a huge fan, but honestly, all the inspiration comes from Neil. Yeah, just big Neil fan, our entire tent, so definitely we're just excited to kind of do a little collaboration, and we actually have had the chance for Neil to come by, spend some time with him. He actually did sign it, which was really neat, so I think it'd be safe to say that we are buddies at this point, yeah.
I'm here with Julia, a junior here at Duke, in front of her amazing tent, Con Artist. This is quite the tent. Okay, this is one of the best ones out here, I could definitely say. Just talk about what you're most excited about for this Saturday, because you've been out here for weeks, and this is a process. Creativity, also being out here in the cold, so it's all going to be worth it for Saturday.
Yeah, I'm probably excited to not sleep in a tent anymore and be back in my dorm room. Obviously see Duke win, and I think also be out there with all my friends too while it happens.
The timeline's been a give or take 3 weeks. I'm not sure the exact day we started, but definitely this was one of the shorter seasons compared to most. And I think despite it being only 3 weeks, it was still a great experience. At least with the guys in my tent, I wasn't really good buddies with them before, but I would definitely say that we have gone closer and we have made some really neat, wild experiences in the tent. So I think just the nature of all the trials and tribulations that come with sleeping outside and near to sub 32 degree weather, it's just created a really neat and fascinating experience overall.
We had black tenting, blue tenting, and white tenting, but black tenting was not as intense as it usually is because we had grace, meaning we could go back home when it hit 32 degrees or below. And because it was below freezing for most of that week, we really weren't in the tent that often. And black tenting means that you have 10 people in your tent at night and I think 2 people during the daytime. Blue tenting, maybe the same. I honestly can't remember. And then white tenting, 2 people at night and then 1 person during the day.
We have a few people in our tent who are really great artists. I can't claim to be one of those people, but they put together a whole vision board for our tent. And we went out, we did things like going through recycling bins to find cardboard boxes to paint, trying to keep it as cheap as possible, but a lot of time and effort into DIYing these decorations for sure.
For students who are looking to also dive into this process, prospective Kville tenters, what kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah, just get involved your first year. You don't have to be one of the first tents your first year. You don't even have to black tent your first year. There are some white tents out here who have been out here for a little over a week, and it's just great to start getting involved, even your freshman year. It's going to be one of your best experiences at Duke, so starting earlier so you can tent for all 4 years if possible is just my piece of advice for sure.
And overall, what's been your favorite part about tenting this year?
I think really just meeting new people, getting to know the other people in my tent better, and seeing random basketball players show up every once in a while.
We normally run it if you want to get some laughs. We are checking the tenters in. All their names are on this site, and they tell me their tent name, what tent number you got. And then once we get their names, we can check them in, and now we know your group's good. Good to go. Yeah, thank you.
I couldn't imagine sleeping in a sleeping bag in a tent outside of a basketball stadium, so
You know, we have a lot of respect for the crazies and on the student section. And like I said, you know, they motivate us every day. And just seeing them, you know, when we are, you know, walking in and out of the gym, it also just puts things into realization and shows us how much they care for Duke basketball.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
I wanted to work with a supplier partner I respect.
I wanted a partner who respected me.
We needed a partner with employees who care as much as we do.
We needed a partner who values relationships.
I wanted a partner that would help me grow my business.
We needed a partner that would help us succeed.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers customer success.
Turn up the heat on the competition this season with CPI Security, proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
The Duke UNC rivalry has been something that I've watched since I've been a little kid and always had a great appreciation for. And it's a privilege to play in this game. It's obviously a privilege to coach in this game. And you know, the thing is, it's an important game always. Rankings don't matter. What your record is doesn't matter. All that goes out the window when this game happens. And you know, it's important also. The game before it is worth one, and the game after it's worth one too. And so you don't want to make it bigger than what it is. But absolutely, it's an amazing privilege to be a part of this rivalry for such a long time. They have a great program, and we have a great program, and we raise the level when we go against each other. And I'm sure that's going to happen this year as well.
I definitely watched it before coming here, not knowing the level of intensity it was and how crazy it really is compared to the other games at home. But I had watched a couple previously before coming here, and I mean, it's everything that I've seen on TV, but more. You know, the fans are louder than ever. Every possession matters, and doesn't matter how the year's going so far. that game definitely, brings the best out of both teams, and it's just who wants it more.
Something for us as we go further along in the season, you can face more distractions. And so, for us, for this game, College Game Day's here. That's an awesome thing. We have an amazing student body that's, camping out, and they've been doing this for weeks, and they'll be at the game as well. And there'll be some just different things happening, as you advance, hopefully, as you go on in the ACC tournament or the NCAA tournament. There's more distractions. And so being able to put all that aside and really the focus that you put into the preparation for what you control during the game in each moment and each play is really all that matters. And, I never want our guys to feel like you make something bigger than what it needs to be or should be. And we've developed the habit of preparing the same way for any team we're playing. And so against Carolina, it's the same thing. The game before against NC State, the same prep. The game after at Syracuse, it's the same prep. The only thing is there may be some more distractions that you feel during this game. So how do you put those aside and continue to focus the same way that you need to for this game?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, coaches sort of touched on it, but us as a team need to talk about it. Just playing it like every other game. This game is worth 1 point. Same as the last game against NC State was worth 1 point, the one before that. So not looking too far ahead, not looking behind us, but just staying present and obviously understanding the importance of the game and stuff that has happened before us, putting on the Duke jersey before us, and we're not only representing us, but the players before us and stuff like that. But I think it just comes down to us going out there, being present and competing at a high level, and just not riding the wave of the crowd or just trying to stay level-headed the whole game. I think that's a big thing. With such a high intensity game, you can get lost in the emotion of the game instead of the details and the habits that we work all year on. So I think that's the biggest thing that me and Coach Scheyer has sort of touched on. Every possession is important. I think one thing that we've done really well this year is just come together, whether we're down or whether we're up by a lot. I think we've sort of come together as one unit, and all 5 guys on the court are connected with coach and one another, and I think we're all just out there playing for each other. We all love playing basketball with each other, and all the work that we put in before the season started is starting to pay off, and we just have to continue to go out there and keep playing together.